You're listening to The Bottom Line with Jim and Lissa Walsh on URL Radio.
Thank you, Stacy, for that lovely introduction. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have popped into another exciting and interesting, informative episode of The Bottom Line with your hosts.
With your humble host here, I'm Jim.
And I'm Lissa, your not so humble host.
Well, I know.
And today...
Two highly paid professionals. I lied about that, too.
Yeah, we don't get paid for this.
We do this as a public service.
Yeah, we do this out of the love for talking together on the radio.
We do it for the karma. We sure as hell don't do it for the money.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us today. We're really happy to have you.
Yes.
Today we're going to be talking about an interesting article about a man.
South Dakota.
Yeah, in South Dakota, who made pot brownies. And his mother ended up taking him to the senior center.
Why does this sound like a sitcom?
Exactly, yeah.
It sounds like it could have happened on, I don't know what show.
It sounds like a bad joke.
Like Everybody Loves Raymond.
Any kind of show. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Seriously. I've seen it done on different shows. Yeah, I think we all have.
Although I don't see Raymond making hash brownies.
No, and most of the time when you see it on a sitcom, you know, the elderly mom is sitting there going, "Yeah, dude."
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Betty White doing that on some show.
I can. I would love to see Betty White doing that.
But before we get to that,
Betty White again.
Yeah, before we get to that,
Yeah.
we have to talk about the latest on the Bob Saget story.
Right. We have a cause of death.
Well, we knew early on they had ruled out drugs and foul play. We knew that early.
And also any kind of diseases like COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was shocking, of course, is that he just went.
Yeah.
You know, apparently, did you say he died in his sleep? Apparently?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did it say? You read the article.
Well, what it said was he had a heart attack in his sleep.
Yeah.
And he just never woke up.
Damn.
And that makes sense because he was tucked in his bed. You know, he had his covers on him, fully tucked in the bed, head on the pillow. And it was his wife and his girls who couldn't get a hold of him.
Yeah.
And so they called the sheriff's department. Well, they called the hotel and asked the hotel to go up and take a look. And the hotel did and found him unresponsive and called the sheriff's department. And that's when they said he was dead.
Tomorrow is promised to no one.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that any one of us will be here tomorrow.
This is true. This is so true.
So what do? You got to take care of yourself and, prepare for the ultimate. I mean, we're all going to get there eventually.
Tell the people you love that you love them all the time, so you never leave that unsaid.
Now, if I check out tomorrow, if I get mowed down by a truck or something, don't get spooked.
I won't.
Oh, good.
I won't, honey.
Now, let's get on to...
Where the hell did that come from?
I don't know. I just wanted to encourage you.
Okay.
Let's get on to a lighter topic.
Okay. So
as in lighter, as in... no.
We're going to talk about this. Just to let you know...
Yeah.
We've decided to make our topic today, should marijuana be completely legalized?
And I say yes.
You're not supposed to say anything till the bottom line.
Well, okay, well...
You have to get in the first word,
people who know
you?
me know where I stand on
I
this
know,
issue.
I know.
Okay, and I'm not a user.
But I mean, right now in
Yeah.
North Dakota, we're in North Dakota for anybody who's outside of the state, medical marijuana is illegal.
We got medical marijuana.
But what we're asking is if marijuana should just be legalized across the board.
Yeah, I see. Well, I've already said my
Yes,
piece
you
on
have.
that.
And on Tuesday,
Yeah.
you didn't let me have my bottom line because you talk so damn much.
No, I remember I gave the bottom line, and then you went right to the closing,
Because
and I'm thinking...
I was looking at the clock. We were out of time.
Oh.
You talked through my bottom line.
Well, Stacy
You
already told us we could...
disgusting individual.
Well, Stacy already told us we're not up against what they call a hard deadline. We're not waiting for a news feed from Washington. So, yeah, if you need to take a little extra time at the end, please. Don't let me be the one to discourage you from doing so.
Why? When I can, blame you for it.
Exactly.
Okay. So do you want to start reading the article? We're actually going to read the article.
Yeah. Well, we're going to
'Cause
kind of
it's
skim
kind of-
through the article.
Well, it's
yeah.
kind of, it's interesting. It's really interesting.
This happened in South Dakota. Now, we're in North Dakota. We're in Bismarck, North Dakota.
In Tabor,
So,
South
yeah,
Dakota.
I've never heard of the town.
I have no idea where it is.
Well, a teacher in South Dakota was
This
arrested.
man is a teacher.
He was arrested after officials said his mother unknowingly brought a batch of pot brownies that he had baked to a card game at a senior center. Yeah, I could see Betty White.
Yes.
And I could see all the gold girls sitting around the
look.
table.
I've a pot. Oh, look, a container of brownies. Oh, I bet the girls down at the senior center would just love those. I'm going to take those to share.
You know exactly. You know that's exactly what happened. You know that. Anyway, each of the patients had been at the senior center for a card game earlier that day.
KTIV reports court documents say several people called 911 January 4th for
Right.
possible poisoning at the Tabor Senior Center.
And after investigating, the responding deputy said he believed all the patients were under under the influence of THC. That's the active ingredient.
Yes, it is.
From a batch of brownies brought to the center. Can you say Alice B. Toklas?
And here's the thing. I mean, I can imagine how
Our cat is attacking
frightening-
us.
Oh, hi, baby.
Yeah, that's our- yeah.
I'm sorry. We have a cat. We have
Stevie Ray the cat is. he's a little.
I'm sitting on the chair that he uses to get up on the love seat, and so he was really not happy with me.
Yeah.
Anyway, the whole idea with the senior citizens is I bet they were totally freaked
Yeah.
because they felt weird.
Yes.
You
They're
know,
sitting
they
there
were
feeling
probably
loopy.
dizzy and loopy
Yeah.
and couldn't focus and really depressed and really had the munchies. And
Well, it's yeah.
yeah, I feel for him because it must have been really scary.
Well, they're probably sitting there thinking, "Oh, I feel so good. That's not right. It must be illegal. There must be something wrong with me."
Well, you think they would, but you
Yeah.
know, sometimes it doesn't make you feel good. We'll talk more about that.
Well,
later.
yeah. I have my own experience to share.
So, according to officials,
Officials. Oh, is that my cue?
46-year-old Michael Coranda,
Yeah.
an elementary school teacher, told police he had baked a pan of brownies using half a pound of THC butter.
THC butter.
I didn't even know they made it in butter.
Well,
I
that's-
love butter.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, butter.
I adore butter. Butter on toast, butter on pancakes, butter on bagels.
If you like
butter
putting
in
it,
your mouth.
if you like putting it in bacon. I mean, like
know.
the bacon's not great
Bacon-
enough. Now you got
bacon and
this.
Butter, bacon and butter. I love it.
Wow,
Okay,
boy,
so
am I happy I live in the time I live in.
Okay, so he had gotten the butter over the weekend in Colorado.
Right.
His mother, as we already said, took
Yeah.
the brownies to her card game, not knowing that they were made with THC.
Yeah.
Well, he was arrested and charged with possession of a controlled substance. Now, here's my question.
Yes.
If they ate the brownies, how did they know that he was in possession of
Well,
it?
maybe
He wasn't in possession of it anymore.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Do they test you? Do they do a blood test or what?
I don't know. Did he have a whole pound of butter maybe, and he used half a pound, so they found the other half a pound?
I don't know. Or maybe, like I say, they did. I mean, there's some kind of test they can give you,
Well,
right?
he admitted to it.
Oh, okay.
I
He
think
copped
mainly
to
is
it.
what it is. He copped to it.
No good deed goes unpunished.
But I mean, how many times have we seen this scenario in like we were saying, in a
Yeah.
sitcom or it's a bad joke or whatever?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, what
And yet it really
complicates
happens.
what complicates the issue is the fact that in Colorado, it's somewhat legal.
Mm-hmm.
And in South Dakota, it's not as legal. So if you bring it from
Right.
one state to the other,
That is
things
the
get-
complication.
Yeah.
So, should we legalize marijuana across the board?
I
So that
yeah.
whether you're in Colorado or Oregon or where else it's legal,
Yeah.
whether any of those places you can travel with marijuana to your home or you can just buy it where you live.
I think Delaware got medical marijuana last year.
But we're talking marijuana across the board, not
Right.
just medical, recreational. Basically, what am I
With
trying to say?
appropriate restrictions,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you shouldn't drive under the influence and all that
Yeah,
business.
restrictions like we do with alcohol.
Well, yeah.
You cannot OD on pot.
Yeah.
You can go to sleep. You can sleep really good on
Yeah.
pot, but you cannot OD. You can drink yourself to death.
Oh, yes, you
You
can.
can get alcohol
Yeah.
poisoning.
Well, you can poison yourself just about anything if you take enough of it. But the
And
point
you can
is,
OD on a lot of other things.
well, yeah, the point is it's been proven that Mary Hoochie is not. It's not nearly as bad as a lot of things that we
No.
take for granted, like nicotine, alcohol.
And
Yet
there
it's
are-
still illegal in a lot of places.
There are therapeutic applications for it. People who have anxiety
Yeah.
or people who have different kinds of illnesses. There's a therapeutic application.
Thank
Okay.
God we finally live in an age where people are starting to talk about this issue instead of just
Yes.
brushing it aside
Poo-pooing
and saying,
it, yeah.
"Oh, drugs are bad, okay?"
Yeah. Okay. We're going to take a break here. We're going to be gone for about 10 minutes. In the meantime, do what you got to do.
I'm going to go smoke a joint. No,
Yeah,
no,
let's
no,
go do
just
that.
kidding, just kidding.
In the meantime, do what you got to do. Then
Yeah.
when we come back, we're going to talk about our personal experiences with the weed.
Yeah.
Okay, you are listening to The Bottom Line on urlradio.net. Stick around.